I love mayo, you love mayo, but is there a better way to make mayo? The answer, and a whole lot more, is coming up. Welcome to How to Make Dinner. Today we are making mayo two ways. Actually, we're making mayo the same way with two different recipes. We're gonna see which one's better. We're gonna see if you need eggs for mayonnaise at all. We're gonna question all of the things that we believe about mayonnaise to be true. And we are going to really just have a mayo experience. You may already know that I did a mayo video about 1.5 years ago, and it was based on Kenji Lopez Alt's teachings of pouring everything in the jar, including the oil, because oil is lighter than all the other ingredients, so it floats to the top naturally, and then you can just slowly incorporate it as you blend with the stick blender. It's a great method. It's the only method I ever use, and I make mayo all the time. I never ever buy it anymore. But I wanted to do another mayonnaise episode because there's this new kind of mayonnaise floating around in the YouTubeosphere, which is Aquafaba mayo. So if you're not sure about that, if you are new to that concept, Aquafaba it's just a fancy name for the juice from cans of beans or chickpeas or legumes. So chickpeas, black beans, lentils, you can use any of it. I'm gonna look up more info about the name. I think it's a little bit extra, that name. I don't know about you. Chickpea juice, okay? So from now on, for the rest of this episode, we're gonna call it chickpea juice. So the thing about chickpea juice mayo is I've seen a lot of people make it on YouTube videos and in blogs, and they're all doing the same old method of like everything goes in and then you slowly pour the oil. So I asked myself, is it not possible to make Aquafaba mayo the same way? So I'm gonna make regular mayo with an egg, and I'm gonna make Aquafaba mayo with chickpea juice, and I'm gonna make them exactly the same way with exactly the same ingredients and the exact same technique, and I'm gonna test them side by side and see A, which one tastes better, and B, if they both work and turn into mayo. An egg in, and I use a whole egg, not just the yolk, just because I actually find the white helps to emulsify it even more. And I'm not being super precious with my measuring, but it's about a teaspoon of Dijon and about a teaspoon of cider vinegar. This could be lemon juice, this could be red wine vinegar, this could just be any acid. And then half a teaspoon of salt is what I've found to be the perfect amount. And then 1 cup of oil. I've got 2 cups here, so I'm just gonna dump in half. So this is the most annoying part usually with mayonnaise, is the slow adding and whisking. So we're just doing away with all of that. So this is my regular mayo ready to blend. Now for the chickpea juice mayo. I can even go crazy and put the oil in first. That feels like breaking a rule, but whatever. So for the chickpea juice mayo, you need about 1/4 cup. My favorite thing about chickpea juice mayo is that you don't really use chickpea juice for anything else. So it's basically going down the drain, or it's going to turn into mayo. The choice is yours. Same with the rest of the ingredients, about a teaspoon of vinegar and half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher, and a big whopper of Dijon. I love Dijon mustard. Okay, so now all that's left to do is blend these suckers. Maybe I'll start with the regular one. The key here is to make sure that the yolk is under the mixer so that it's the first thing that gets blended, and then you want to have the kind of head flat on the bottom at first so that it really gets a chance to work with that yolk. And then as it starts to emulsify, you can kind of like wiggle and lift and wiggle and lift until you get a smooth, consistent, emulsified mayo. So here goes. See, you can see it starting to be thick. You can start moving it around. Beauty. And now for another magic trick, the Aquafaba Mayo. So same thing, all the way down. Ready? Such a magic trick though. It really is. Look at this thing. So, I don't know about you, but to me, that is pure magic. Like, I'm blown away. The only difference is that the egg mayo is a little bit more yellow because of the yolk. Other than the color, they look exactly the same. Now, I should probably taste them. What should I use to taste mayonnaise with? I don't have a French fry. Anyone got a French fry handy? Is it super weird to just try it with a spoon? I'm gonna try it. Just a little bit. So this is the eggy one. Oh, it's so good. It just tastes like the best mayo you've ever had. I'm sorry, Hellmann's. I love you, but I don't buy you anymore. I just don't. Now, for the chickpea mayo. Honestly, I would never tell the difference if they were side by side. They both taste like very delicious mayo. Which one am I gonna make more often going forward now that I know that this magic exists? I'm gonna make this one because I like eggs. I like eating them in lots of different ways, like poached and scrambled and fried. And if I don't have to use an egg in my mayonnaise, that means I get more eggs to eat. And I don't have any other purpose for chickpea juice other than throwing it down the drain. So to me, that just makes good common sense. Use it up, you know? Aquafaba mayo versus regular mayo. It's pretty much a tie, but Aquafaba mayo wins by its lower waste properties. Also, it's vegan, which is kind of nice for your vegan friends. And it lasts just the same in the fridge. They both last for like a good week, probably 2. I hope you like this episode, and I hope you make some chickpea mayo or black bean mayo or lentil mayo or whatever kind of mayo, and just hunker down this summer and eat a lot of mayo. That's what I'm going to be doing. Leave a like, subscribe, and tell all your friends. Thanks, bye. Welcome to the Experience Mayo Project. Go back and watch my original mayo episode and see how much better I've gotten at YouTube. Or maybe not.